with this?
Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Gastlecast. We're glad you're there. You get the right time. We got an all-time high. Funko's hot toys and charms on mine. Stick around, like, comment, and be sure to subscribe because life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. Hey, life's a little better when you answer Chris and Heather. And remember, at these hallowed walls, we are together. Yes.
So our topic for the day is whatnot. Yes, we're talking about whatnot again.
If you've watched our channel for a while, then you probably know that we are not interested in whatnot. We don't like the way it's run. We don't like a lot of the things that go on there. It is just a garbage app. I feel like they're bringing too many people in to actually monitor who is on their app. We have talked many times about whatnot and why we don't like it, but in summary, we have seen racial and homophobic slurs being thrown out on there, bullying, and straight up threats of physical violence. None of that sits right with me at all. And the worst part is that it has been brought to Whatnot's attention and they claim that they're doing something about it, but nothing happens and the seller just goes back up the next day or two and runs another auction.
Literally just a slap on the wrist. Nothing happens to these people. They continue to sell after all the bullshit that they cause.
And not only that, but there was another instance of someone who previously was throwing out hate speech, threatening physical violence to the people who were watching them. Like 9 months later, they were on Whatnot again, doing the same shit, threatening people harm, physical harm, and they're still allowed to stream. They are still a seller on Whatnot. Whatnot actually pays them to go to events to rep them, and that's why they don't do anything about it.
It's because Whatnot's making the money, Heather. That's all they care about, obviously. All right, so now that you know how we feel about Whatnot and we've gotten that all out of the way, we want to talk about something entirely different. But first, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post new content. We post new content every single day and we go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. It's completely random. Make sure you hit the like button because that helps this video get traction. Therefore, more people will find the Gastlecast. Make sure to share us with all your friends. All right, so the issue that we want to talk about tonight, YouTubers with Whatnot accounts.
And we know that there is so much good on Whatnot. You can find good deals. There are people on YouTube who are also on Whatnot who do good things. There's a lot of charitable stuff that happens. It can be an amazing app, and we don't want anyone to come at us and say, oh, well, you guys are condemning all YouTubers that are on Whatnot, because that's not the case at all, I promise you.
What we do have a problem with are YouTubers that are using their viewership. Heather and I have been at this for 5 years. 5 years! And it wasn't until last year that we finally started getting real support through Patreon, which I think Patreon is one of the best ways to gain support for your YouTube channel. That's the route that I like to go.
Yes, and Chris actually tried to convince me to do Patreon so many times, but I was completely against it. I thought that Patreon was basically like, okay, people pay you and that's it, but you put stuff up and depending on the amount that people give you to support, they get more in return. And for years, people had asked us how to support us and we would just answer, well, just watch our videos and like them, tell your friends.
And buy a t-shirt occasionally.
Yeah, for a while I was actually making t-shirts in our home and selling them to people.
So one thing I want to start off with is that I am very prideful of this channel and everything that we do, including Mischief Toys, our small toy company. We work really hard on all of this. And the last thing I would ever want to do is take advantage of our fans, our viewers, our audience in general, because I think that is super Our fans and audience are the reason why we are here. So I would never want to take advantage of them.
No, absolutely not. And our audience is realistically probably the main reason that Mischief Toys has been so successful for us, because we actually have a platform where we can talk about it so that it gains views. Like, people have eyes on what we do and people have fallen in love with Ghastly.
So this is what leads me to the Whatnot sales. So I've noticed a lot that people who have YouTube channels, they have large followings, go to Whatnot and they sell on there for a lot of money. They'll take items that you can go on eBay or Mercari for, or even a Facebook group that's centered around Funko, and sell an item or whatnot that you could find there like 3 times the amount.
Oh, absolutely.
Because people are bidding on it and driving that price up.
Exactly. And there's going to be so many people that want to say, oh, well, you can't blame the seller. You should blame the buyers for driving the price up. That's bullshit. Because people want the items from their favorite YouTubers.
One of the things I hear from a lot of people as to why they buy on whatnot from their favorite YouTubers is the fact that they want an item from their favorite YouTuber's collection.
The people that we're talking about specifically purchase items just to turn around and sell them on whatnot. So it's not actually a part of that person's collection. They just open a box that landed on their doorstep, and then they open their whatnot app and they're like, hey guys, bid on this. It's awesome. And the whole time, like, they're hyping it up.
Well, they're
to
hype
spend
men.
more.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. I feel like our motto has a lot to do with how we feel. When we first got into the Funko community, we were so lucky in meeting some amazing people. We joined some Funko Pop groups locally, and we ended up making really, really good friends. I mean, some of our best friends that we talked to every single day came from that specific Facebook group. We just built this community of purchasing stuff for each other, like just trading one for one, or hey, I'm at Target, what are you looking for? And selling it to each other at retail. Like, we literally hunt together.
Yeah, we have a channel that centers around that motto, and also we have a group on Facebook called Gastlecast We Hunt Together that is all about that motto as well. So that's sort of the way that we roll. And when I see that people have YouTube channels, have this very large voice, go and whatnot, and sell their shit for an exponential amount of money, that drives me crazy. So we're prideful about the content that we put out. We're prideful about the amount of subscribers that we have here, the amount of views that we get. We put a lot of hard work into this to get where we are today. And to take advantage of our audience is something that we have never had in mind, ever. The real question comes down to the viewers, like you watching this video right now. If you're one of those people who watch these YouTubers who have these online flea markets over at whatnot, that's what I consider. It's like an online flea market. If you're one of the people that actually watch them and you go over and buy stuff from that whatnot, I would love to know what you think about all of this. Now, I'm not judging you, but why would you support something like this when you could go over to eBay or Mercari and spend a lot less?
Yes.
That part I don't understand. We saw a Luffy not too long ago sell for like $600 on whatnot.
It was way too much.
As a YouTube channel with a following, people who actually respect you and listen to your words either every day or every week, every month, how could you take advantage of those people?
Yeah, it seems almost like it's like the normal thing to do now, because I see this from so many YouTube channels. And again, there are so many YouTubers where you can find like good deals on these pops, but a lot of it is just pretty scummy.
It is, and I know that we sound like super noble right now and we're puffing up our chests, but that isn't the case. We just care about what we do. We care about our content. We care about our viewers. In fact, we have literally given away everything that comes to this house.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as Funko Pops go, like we don't give away our mail or anything.
Yeah, that would be sort of weird.
Anything that comes into this house that's Funko product typically gets given away. We do not sell any of it. It gets given away through our channel. It gets given away through Instagram or Patreon.
And I do feel like a lot of people want to make this their living, like their job, but I think I'd find a better way of doing it. I just would not personally feel right picking something off a shelf, spending $15 on it, selling it on whatnot for $85. And again, this does sound like we're patting ourselves on the back.
I am.
Okay.
Okay, and then the reason why I'm going to say this, I am going to pat myself on the back, and I don't care who judges me, because we have put so much work into everything that we do. We come home every single day and we make these videos.
After our full-time jobs, by the way.
Right, but we spend a ton of time recording. I spend a ton of time editing every single night to put out content so people have a laugh or just something interesting to watch, maybe on their way to work or while they're at work or laying in bed at night. A lot of people watch this at night when they're laying in bed.
I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's sort of hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Building something like this without taking advantage of people is something to be very proud of.
And then you got these people out here that are on whatnot selling sodas. They're selling commons for like a ridiculous amount of money, for real.
Okay, here's my question though. A lot of people are going on Whatnot and selling sodas to include chases.
Yeah.
A case of sodas generally costs between like $70 and $85, depending on where you buy from. Okay, let me check on POPPINOffToys.com.
By the way, POPPINOffToys.com is one of our sponsors. Head over there and use promo code Gastlecast to get 10% off, and our level 4 patrons get 15% off. So head over there, buy your Funko Pops, Funko Sodas, Funko Mystery Minis. They got all sorts of cool stuff over there using promo code Gastlecast for 10% off. POPPINOffToys.com.
Okay, total for a full case, by the way, they ship them sealed, is $83.94, which puts you to $93.53 with calculated shipping if you're at my house right now. But other people, it might be a little bit less or a little bit more depending on where they live. With the promo code Gastlecast, it knocks your total down to $85.13.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really damn good deal.
So you're receiving 6 sodas. More than likely, you get 5 commons and a chase. I say more than likely because Funko's quality control has been pretty up lately, and I've actually seen a handful of times where people will receive a full sealed case and get only commons, which really sucks, and I hope that that gets fixed very soon. $85, 6 sodas in total. Why would you not pre-order the case of sodas for that, we'll just say $95 shipped, and you go on Whatnot, you purchase 1 chase soda for over $100? Why? Why would you turn to Whatnot and buy 1 item instead of 6 for the same price or more, or even more?
I have no idea. I guess if you want to support your favorite YouTubers through their Whatnot, I guess that's a way if they don't have a Patreon. Overspending for something, in my opinion, is dumb. If you can get it cheaper somewhere else, why wouldn't you not do that? And then on the other hand, why are these YouTubers going to Whatnot and selling their wares to their viewers and subscribers like this?
They're using their name to get more.
Exactly. So add this to our laundry list of the reasons why we hate Whatnot. We absolutely hate Whatnot. We'll never be affiliated with Whatnot. We'll never support Whatnot. We want nothing to do with Whatnot. And if you want to come at us with the charitable event, we'll do charitable events. Otherwise, I'm not using Whatnot to do it. It's absolute trash. And that's one way for people to explain that Whatnot isn't so bad, by mentioning the charitable side of it. You can do charitable without using Whatnot. So I don't want to hear that in the comment section down below. But what I do want to see in the comments down below is, what do you think of YouTubers taking advantage of their audience by using Whatnot and selling their for way too much money?
And again, this isn't about your favorite YouTuber who does awesome things and sells things fairly. This is about the scummy YouTubers who do this.
There's a lot of them, and I'm proud to say that we're not. Let us know what you think about all of this and more in the comment section down below. A big shout out to all of our patrons, because you guys are amazing and we appreciate your support. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we do right here on the channel.
And if it weren't for you, we might be on Whatnot selling our for inflated prices, so thank you.
I'm so glad we're not scummy. If you want to support this channel through Patreon, head over to patreon.com/Gastlecast and find out all the ways that you can support the channel. This upcoming Saturday, November the 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be going live with our patrons via Zoom. If you're one of our patrons, come and join. We have some really crazy fun information to share with you about Mischief Toys, and we have a bunch of giveaways. Make sure you tune in. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Denver Bow, Jose Torres, Adam Rubin, Stationary Wanderer, Brian Spears, Isaac Lucas, Mark Wright, Veronica Knotts, David Asadorian, and Harley Malk. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Thank you so much for staying until the very end of the video. We really appreciate you. It's a huge support to this channel, more support than you would ever know, and we appreciate it. Guys, remember as always, we hunt together, yes. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.